Hello, welcome to the Boyd Life.
Today we're talking about wormholes
And portals.
and ooh, what's going on next? Stay tuned.
Hello, welcome to the Boyd Life. This is Life with Rick and Marta, where we will be discussing practically anything, any subject. It just really isn't off limits. We are expressing our views, opinions, and thoughts on various subjects. And it could be good, bad, or anything in between. Okay? So that's what's up with the Boyd Life. And let me point out this disclaimer. The views expressed on this channel may or may not be 100% factual. Anything goes, so have fun and be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Hi. Well, the reason we're going to visit this subject is because we watched another episode of Skinwalker Ranch. Or did we two? Were there two episodes?
No, just one.
One. I thought maybe we were behind a week or something. But anyway, we watched another episode, and they were not talking about, but investigating, and they were doing tests and experiments. And it almost appears from everything, because, you know, and when we talked about Skinwalker Ranch
In a previous video.
Yeah. We talked about, you know, the drilling and the stuff they were doing on the mesa, but they set off rockets and different things in the air, and they're checking things. They have a what they call Homestead 2 that appears to be haunted. We kind of talked about haunted
But
stuff.
the triangle, they think, has
and the
a wormhole.
triangle, yeah. But and then they've had mysterious things happen in a field or whatever with cattle and things. But this is one thing that they are focused on. There's been so much happen in this triangle area, and now they're really thinking that there's some kind of a portal or possibly like a wormhole in it. And we've heard of this before.
Yeah, and they're using all these to prove this. You know, they're not just saying, oh, there's a wormhole. They've brought people with special equipment, special cameras, people that really study these things, officials and military, because they're really trying to gain the evidence that there's something there. They don't know what it is for sure, but it sure looks like now they're finally getting to the point where it does show a cone effect, which could be like a portal or a wormhole. And they don't know how to prove that.
Well,
but it looks like that because out in space, this is how it looks. And now they're getting this right here on the ranch.
And it's like not even 50 feet in the air.
30 feet. It's 30 feet in the air.
31 feet or something. I don't know. It's less, like I said, it's under 40 feet or some such thing. So they don't know for sure, you know, because nobody knows for sure. But there will be these orbs that will come and they just disappear in that area. That, you know, they'll.
Well, one of the things, the International Space Station, they had it coming over. They planned to film this thing when the space station was going through, and the space station was going to communicate with them while it went over their space. And so they were tracking this, and they saw it coming on the horizon. They didn't see it, but they were tracking it coming over the horizon.
Instruments had it.
And as it came over the horizon and it got over the ranch, they lost signal. And all their equipment quit, and they lost signal.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to figure out why, why did we lose signal, and why is our electronics not working, and whatever. And then all of a sudden, after it got lower on the horizon away, they got the signal back.
Yeah. And they were tracking all of this with their equipment. So some of the things they use is infrared. Someone has some kind of infrared cameras. They had something called LiDAR.
LiDAR, radar.
And they had a drone, but the drone wouldn't operate either. Not until it was
it was out of the way.
It was so they did some more things, I think, with rockets, and had
they shoot off rockets, and what happens? These rockets, they shoot it straight up into this area.
In that area.
And the rocket goes like this, and then tapers off away, and then goes straight up again.
And then goes up.
So something was causing it to go out of the way, so it wasn't tilted where it just goes this way.
Right.
It going straight up. Then it deflects off of something and then goes straight up again.
Yeah, you actually see it going up and then kind of veer off a little bit, before it goes straight.
Straight back up. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
That doesn't really happen. Well, anyway, so we've heard a lot over the years about portals and
now
portals.
Portals or wormholes is where you can. That was the premise of basically Star Wars and all these science where they go to different planets and they go through these wormholes, which goes faster and through time and get to a place quicker.
Very fast.
Instead of going through space, it's like a shortcut through space. And so they've always thought these things existed because stars or things would go into these black holes, wormholes, whatever, and disappear. And they didn't know why. And so now this is the first time that they're saying, wow, we don't know for sure, but this one guy came out and did a test with some other things, and it actually lost time. And that's,
but it wasn't much. But when it was over there, whatever it was, I know what you're referring to, but I can't remember it all either. But was it just like maybe
it was seconds,
a half a second or a second? It wasn't. But that doesn't happen
on Earth. You shouldn't lose time like that. And so they're saying something's in there to cause a time difference, and that it's all pointing to a wormhole or a portal. Now, do you believe in that? We kind of believe there's something there. We don't know what.
Because also, we would watch, and there would be something that would appear and be there a little bit, and then sometimes two things, or who knows, and then next thing you know, they disappear.
It was just gone.
So where were they going that it would just disappear? Well, if they were going into this wormhole or whatever, or portal, or that would explain it. They're coming out of it, maybe you're going into it, And these things, they were even...
They exist in space.
Could it be?
Why couldn't it exist here?
Yeah, well, especially since it's not something on the ground. They don't go to it that way. So the thing is could it be something coming from elsewhere, in the solar system,
or
galaxy,
just something anomaly that's on Earth that can explain some places other on Earth where things appear and then they disappear.
Well, could it be, see, I don't understand all this dimension stuff, but do you remember there was something called Interstellar? There was a movie years ago with Matthew McConaughey. I think it was way over my head, kind of complicated or something. And I didn't quite understand. Was that
where
was
he
something
could see
about
time and the difference?
It was like another dimension. Another dimension. So are there other dimensions? And when this is getting maybe way out there, but when we lose a loved one, could they be going to another dimension? Is that where heaven is? Is that why we can't see it and we can't get to it? But where do those souls go? Where is heaven? Is it another dimension? And that's why we can't go there and come back.
Maybe, this can
know.
explain the
That's
Bermuda Triangle, because when those planes disappear or boats disappear and they never ever find wreckage, they don't find traces.
That's right.
Maybe they've gone through, maybe there's a little wormhole there in that triangle and it can go through it.
Yeah, maybe so. Because I've heard it. So what do you think? If you have thoughts or opinions on it, on anything dealing with this type of subject, please comment. Let us know.
Yeah.
We find some of this fascinating because there is more to this world than we will ever understand.
And the reason we even bring this up in the thing about Skinwalker Ranch is they are bringing a bunch of scientists together, and they keep bringing in more and more people,
experts,
because they want
field.
scientific proof of this happening. And so far, everybody they brought in who sees this stuff and they get it on camera and everything, they don't explain it. And they'll say their technology that they're using have never seen this before. So they are registering something and they don't understand it either.
Yeah.
So they're just saying, well, we've used this all over the world and we've never came up with this kind of stuff. And so they're trying to find out why it's so different there.
And you'd have to watch the show, but they even had someone with a Tesla device go up about 31 feet in the air, 31 feet, and that didn't do anything. And then a little bit later, they had a flamethrower. And this guy went up about 31 feet and shot out some flames, and they had
It split.
Yes, and there
split
was
over something
area. Now
they couldn't see what it split on, but it split.
But I also don't know exactly if it was maybe it was the drone and the infrared and all this stuff taking pictures. But they showed there was a void. I mean, it was black, and then there was something else, and then there was almost a perfect circle of red. I don't know. It was hard to explain.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but like you said, it wasn't like the Bermuda Triangle. I don't think that's far, like super, super far off of a coast or something.
Florida.
Yeah. And yet this area, they've often had trouble with even just like radio transmissions and things like that.
Right. They lose ships, they lose planes, they lose a lot of things that they can never explain. So maybe somebody should go investigate with the things they're finding out here. Take that stuff to the Bermuda Triangle, see if they see the same stuff.
Well, I haven't heard anything in recent years about the Bermuda Triangle. But for all we know, maybe they have it marked off, and people who are on...
No, they still sail through it.
Do they? Boats and ships?
It's too big.
Well, I thought it was really big. And the reason why it doesn't happen to all of them is you have to be at the certain point in time where this, phenomena appears.
Yep.
And then if you are, it's bad timing for you.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that's just what we wanted to talk about today. Yeah. See if you believe in wormholes or time change or portals or whatever, because we like to watch that kind of stuff, and if they can prove it's there, we'll see. But anyway, keep us in mind. Subscribe, comment, like, put thumbs up, give us some comments. We'd like to interact with you. So Thanks for watching.
And thank you so much.
We'll see you down the line. Bye.
Bye.